And we're coming back. Our second match of the night. We're going to have Total Recoil from Connery versus No Nonsense Gamers from Matherson.
Good guys, great servers.
These two have faced off against each other in the past. We had they were the, I guess, guinea pigs of our initial,
Yes.
I don't even know what to call it, preseason week 1.
Yeah, first outfit versus outfit. Yeah.
So, do you think there's bad blood here?
I think you wish there was bad blood. I don't know. I think you just thrive on competition and, hate. I think you're an equal person. But anyways, no, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't know their players that intimately, unfortunately. If it was me, I mean, I wouldn't have bad blood. Both great teams. A lot of fun to fight, at least when I was watching them. I would have enjoyed fighting in it. So no, I don't think there's any bad blood. But that's just me. You know my personality. I'm the optimist.
So, we're almost ready to get going. The teams are getting set. Macon, our head official, do you have the results of the coin toss for match number 2?
Yes, NNG won the coin toss. And correction, TxR won the coin toss, and they chose the Southern Sunders.
And since these two teams are on different factions, TxR, Total Recoil playing on their home TR, NNG playing on their home VS, we didn't have the opportunity for them to pick another faction, etc. So that's why you see the winner could just pick a Sunderer. Thanks for that, Macon. I'll let you get back and finish up these teams getting ready for a go. So, looking at last week, Matt, we saw last week. I still don't know when that actually happened, but sometime in the past of PAL's creation, NNG and TxR faced off. There were two rounds, and TxR took both rounds
back to back. Yep.
What we saw a lot of was TxR doing the spread technique, while NNG seemingly grouped, bigger mass. Do you think NNG will adjust?
I'm looking to see what both of these teams do. I mean, I bet NNG has saw what they, how they could improve, and I bet they're going to improve upon it. I can't wait to see how much they improve upon it, you know what I mean? But I imagine TxR, he's like, okay, they're going to know our strategy more this time, so we need to change it up. They're going to know what we're thinking, so we're going to think something else, so they don't really know what we're thinking. That kind of, crazy mental gameplay, right? So I expect TxR to do some crazy stuff too. I expect NNG to do some awesome stuff.
Mix it up?
I think possibly. I mean, I know their strategy worked last time. I know it did. It was great, solid, and it was confirmed that we got it right. So pat on the back, guy. Good job. But I mean, maybe start out. They definitely want to have a backup plan, because if NNG looked at the thing, saw what happened, just saw what the TxR guys did, figured out a way to counter it, figure out a way to fight back against it, give you a few strategies, got a few cards up their sleeve. You gotta have a response. Maybe they've already planned a response, and they still have those cards up their sleeve from last week. You know what I mean? But we'll just see. We'll just have to see. I'd be surprised. I'd be really surprised if they didn't talk about it and think of new things. Just discuss it more. Discuss their strategy more. Maybe they refined their strategy more. Who knows?
So going to our wonderful fan survey at ProArenaLeague.com, it looks like TxR is favored.
Really? Oh, you checking that right now?
Yeah, twice as high. I might be looking at it. I might have to refresh this, but
maybe. Yeah.
TxR on my current one, pre all matches starting, was favored 2-1 by the fans.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting percent. I mean, maybe looking at the results of last time, they're saying, hey, well, maybe they'll take it again.
Yeah. I mean.
But NNG's also busy with their ComClash stuff. Who knows? I mean, maybe they're not focused on the PAL yet.
Maybe.
Looks like both teams might be ready. I think we might have some graphics card issue. I think let's pull in our head official.
Let's grab it.
Macon, are we ready to go?
Got the right Macon. What's up, man?
Yeah. Macon, are we ready to go?
Both team leads are ready. but one of them has recently crashed. Planetside crashed for him, so we're going to give him a couple minutes to get back in the game, get situated before we force him to start.
Sounds good.
Okay. So just let us know, and we'll start off that timer.
Will do.
30-second countdown.
Once again, thanks to Macon, our head official, and our 2 other officials, Craft 3D HD and iDie 4EXP. Our 2 officials, our separate officials, are actually in the TeamSpeaks or in the mumbles of these outfits, helping coordinate, getting everything ready. I mean, that's a job I don't want to have.
That's big, yeah. It's nice casting, right?
So, good tip of the hat to those guys, working hard behind the scenes to make this run smoothly. We're in the process of really just getting the final readies going. I heard there was a little bad blood. I'm going to go back to this because I love a story. I heard there was some bad blood, and, TxR said something about NNG using ringers. That seems to be the hot topic these days, ringers.
That is. First, another outfit. I think it's just Matherson. We're bad bunch of cheaters over in Matherson. No. First off, all right, first I'll say, tip of the hat to everyone that's involved with this. Thanks Kai, thanks Vengeance, all the guys, that has helped along the way, all the outfits right now. For your patience. I bet this is stressful. I bet this is frustrating if things, aren't going the way exactly, you thought it was going to be. I apologize.
10 seconds till we start.
Luck. Oh, whoa. Thank
Sorry
you.
to cut you off
Good
there.
luck to all you guys. Yeah, let's get this going.
And just to let you all know, we made sure there aren't ringers. These teams they're on the official rosters. We have a check procedure. I mean, the rosters are locked in. But there is a wonderful discussion that I'm sure is a hotbed topic currently about people switching outfits. It's like
Switching
a competitive
servers.
scene.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But we have started. The match is underway. I see a lot of Vanu going through Delta, and they're moving from the top down. Looks like TxR is moving from the bottom up.
Yep, all at Charlie right now. All at Charlie. Did you see all of Vanu spawn north?
Yes, the Vanu did a split attack and now have 3 points. A, B, and D, and they're fighting on the bridges to the south of B and a little bit inside B. TxR now pushing into B. Vanu flanking on the west side and coming down from Alpha Point. So there's a lot of fighting on the south side of Bravo and then inside on the north side of Bravo. TxR seems to be locked inside of the Bravo point and is now potentially pushing up all the way into Alpha.
Yeah, they're in Alpha. One heavy assault pushed his way into Alpha by himself, cleared the area. It was clear. He was able to just grab it real quick. And that's kind of smart, Waiting, for a buddy to come along might sometimes benefit you, but sometimes just getting in, stopping that clock, getting it, pushing back to your favor is the better plan,
Now they're doing a lot of cross-fighting across this courtyard, from the platform to the platform. 3 points in favor of TxR right now. They've got the line. I'm going to keep calling it the line. A, B, C. They've lined up. NNG did a great job of fighting off that line and having an attack over from the Alpha point in the beginning. But it looks like TxR pushed up there, so I think NNG needs to make it a priority. And looks like they are doing just that, pushing towards Alpha and breaking the line.
Yeah, NNG got some good crossfires on these guys that are locking down A point here, the TR. They had a TR, TxR, excuse me, had a turret down, which was pretty powerful. I was looking for a Von Eustin if he had a sniper to take him, but now they just small arms fired him, took him out.
So currently it looks like there's been a reversal with, nope, scratch that. The Alpha point back in favor of the TxR. Bravo is in flux. It looked like at one point there the NNG had pushed all the way up into Alpha and the center Bravo point.
They were.
But
Check
they're
out
still
Alpha.
fighting
Check out Alpha.
Yeah,
It's
they're
getting
back
hot.
in Alpha. Multiple,
Good
maybe
fight.
4 or 5 guys from NNG into Alpha. Alpha over into NNG favor.
Quite a few, yeah.
Fighting is spread right now. I mean, I'm seeing men over at Delta fighting. That's an NNG favor. 2-2 now. A little bit in favor of TxR on the overall capture. I'd say maybe 20-25%. But they're
probably less than that.
Yeah, maybe even less. They're locked up right now, though. 2-2. Looks like NNG has an aggressive Delta position where they're trying to kind of fight off the spawners from that northern Sunday, which
TxR is pushing for it right now.
Yep, TxR is flowing out of their northern Sunday and into the underneath of the platform area. Also seeing some light assault use on the southern buildings, moving up to try to get a cross flank. But it looks like now the NNG is now taking the middle of the map, locking TxR down into the bottom only. So flanking from the North Sunder here will be very important for TxR. to break this kind of hold, that the triangle hold that NNG currently has.
No, definitely. They did just push out of that Northern Sunday, though. And I mean, I guess if NNG could have exploited, maybe they did and grabbed E, I'm not entirely sure, but they probably could have gone for C. On my map, I was only seeing 1 or 2 TR defending C points. That was pretty light defense. They were hitting D hard, and unfortunately, they weren't able to get it.
I think TxR just went under the platform to get to the A point. A point now back in TxR favor. They are very versatile when it comes to that. They are. We saw this last week. They adapt. They adapt quickly. They have
Take
Alpha and
different
Bravo
routes.
back in their hands, and the capture is counting back. NNG did a great job there, pushing it back towards the middle, but now it's back 3 points in favor of TxR. Total recoil, gaining capture time. Delta in favor of NNG. It's a lot of flux right now. I mean,
Good
it
stuff,
seems like
yeah,
people
good contention.
they're doing a lot of wiping. You know, they're wiping and flipping points over. Strong push from NNG coming on the northern side stairs, but TxR is right there trying to defend the top platform from an alpha push. Looks like most of the action currently on the north side is over the alpha north stairs. Big fight going on there.
A lot of
Trying
dead
to
bodies.
lock down that choke point of the stairs. I'm not sure if anyone's going on the inside. Doesn't look like
Flanking up to the
anyone's
bottom.
using the east lower entrance at all.
Yeah, or
Mainly
even the
just-
back.
Yeah, that's
And
what
I think there's something. I think that we got to comment on that. That's something that TxR is doing really well, taking the different routes. You know, not getting held down too often, going back
TxR,
ways, getting those
as you
back
say
ranges.
that, doing so well. They had 4 points there, and they've pushed their capture maybe up to 33%. I mean, that's what we said. Anytime you get those
True
4,
stuff.
it's like, oh my goodness, look at that.
Yeah,
We've taken
it's hard. It's hard on the other team when.
NNG quickly responded and locked the cap down. Alpha and Delta in their favor. Working on Bravo. Looks like they're moving for the triangle.
Look at that. So, I mean, we see this happen quite often. You know, if you get all 4 points, you got to watch to not overextend. You know what I mean? Because it looks like that's what happened to TxR. TxR got kind of wiped. I'm only seeing a few of their guys on D right now. It looks like they're regrouping. A few on C. But I mean,
Yeah,
that definitely can happen.
It really looks like
Overextension.
NNG wants to take the top 3. Like Delta, Bravo, Alpha, that's their prerogative. They want
Way to go.
that triangle point where they can cover each other's flanks. And it's interesting because I'm still trying to figure out what TxR is doing. It looks like they might be moving for a line approach, like what we saw where they get Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and then fight over to get Delta. But I'm seeing a lot of fighting for Delta, so they might just be doing a spread tactic where they just go, you know, have a certain amount of people go for each point.
Yeah, they got a few guys pushed together currently on B point. It was happening at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. They got, you know, one guy to the northwest trying to get to D, doing, you know, a little harassing around there. It looks like he got taken out. They got, you know, a few more guys on C. So they are keeping spread. Earlier, I did see a nice even spread of their players along the base from the northeast to the southwest, defending the points that they had. So.
I just see it looks like NNG is like, let's get D, and then we'll move across the balcony to get A, and then move on Bravo. So they're doing like this pincer move to try to get Bravo. And it looks like TxR is content with getting Charlie, moving to Bravo with a bigger 6-man group, and then moving to Alpha, and then trying to push across and hold that whole eastern side, which they currently are doing. And as they do that, I mean, they're doing that what we saw from Consortium, where they make that line and then try to take Delta Point.
Yep, really
So
good, locking it
we
down.
have an interesting mixture going on between
control console is on the
these two teams of tactics. And
Yeah,
it's,
one pushes, the other falls back, the other pushes, the other falls back, you know, back and forth. It's pretty nice.
and what we're seeing, I think, why TxR is currently holding maybe a 33% capture in favor of NNG is that they're just moving faster from point to point. Like they
Holding
have,
them longer, yeah.
There's really not a lot of pressure down at Charlie, which has always been in their favor. I've seen Delta flip back and forth as, if you're counting that as NNG's home.
A few times. I've seen Charlie flip a few times, but I don't think it's gone. I don't think it's gone into the Vanu's favor yet. Could be incorrect about that, though.
Yeah,
Some really good fighting
I
though with
think
A and B.
Charlie has really been in favor of total recoil from the beginning. NNG looks like they are locked into get Delta, move out on a double flank approach. As I say that, their right eastern flank is moving from Alpha into Bravo currently, while
TxR
their
is ready for him.
western flank is fighting for Delta. So there's no real pressure on the western flank for NNG as they moving in mainly from the north onto Bravo. Facing some fire there from TxR. Total Recoil is fighting in the southern side of Bravo Point.
Is under VS influence.
But it looks like NNG's taking that. I mean, this is a pretty good fight going on. NNG does have a favor of that.
Good fight at Bravo, yeah, good fight at Bravo. 3 NNG guys push in, 2 heavies, 1 medic. Heavies, you know, clearing corners, checking things, taking 1 TR out, TxR guy out. Then trying to lock down the doors, but the TxR just pushed in and too much force and we're able to get that back.
It looks like TxR is really looking to hold this. They're almost moving from south up, you know, south to the north.
Yeah,
I've seen a few guys though. They're making pressure on Delta from their northern sunderer, but I mean their main moves of capture are Charlie, Bravo, Alpha. Let's grab Delta when we can.
Smart. So as you say that, 1 TR, 2 TR moving out of the north gate.
It looks like NNG has shifted their tactics. We were seeing them move a lot from the north down. It looks like they're down on the southern attack now. They're fighting for Charlie. They have Charlie now in their favor. So that is isolated TxR to the northeast corner in the middle. I mean, that's if TxR is content with Charlie and then moving up, this is a great response from NNG because it's cutting off their approach.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Things are going pretty well for both teams. Better for TxR, but NNG knows. I mean, they got to change things up. They want to, you know, win this. So we'll see what they got. We'll see if their change of tactic, you know, hitting the south Sunday is for their benefit or not.
TxR quickly responded though, man. Charlie's locked down. They got that back. They're moving back up at Bravo. I mean, they're working. They're holding their line very well, and I think what it's doing, they're pushing so many guys on the southern spawn, on the southern Sunday, that it's just overwhelming the NNG. Because I'm not really seeing a ton of guys come from NNG's southern sunderer.
No, not too many. But right now, I mean, TR nowhere to be seen on C point. They're trying to lock down B point currently. Few going, 1 going for D, you know, 1, you know, 2 in the mix, transitioning between the points. So we'll have to see what's up. I mean, look.
Yeah, just as I say that, look, it looks like NNG has shifted their tactics and now want to hold the outside instead of really focusing. It's like let's hold Delta, Alpha, and Charlie, and then get Bravo.
Look at this. There we go.
And
NNG,
they're about to take all 4 points.
Nice.
Charlie is in flux, and they're fighting. Charlie's got some.
They just had it though. They just had it.
They had it for some time there.
They had it for a second. Yeah, a few seconds. They had all the points of the Bears.
And here's Total Recoil doing a big push up from Charlie.
No way. Do we got a stalker infill on C point?
I think there must be something there.
That'd be great.
Now that it's back in C, but NNG is pushed up aggressively into Bravo. They have a strong defense, all the way up to the edges of Charlie. TxR, I think, is using the ground quite well on the eastern side, where really it's hard. They're going around Charlie Point on the east and up into Bravo.
Yep, just as you say that, 1 medic going underneath Bravo, gonna come up the back, I assume. Fighting an infill though, able to take him out. Way to go, dude. Come pick up your teammates on B, man.
2-2 points in favor of both teams. Down to maybe 10%. This is a hot
they brought
one,
it back. They brought it
back and forth.
Wow, hat off
As I
NNG.
say, it looks like TxR is about to set up the line again. Alpha
yeah,
Point
but I mean,
fighting
look,
over.
they at TxR at 33%. What Banu do, man? They changed their tactic. Obviously worked. Threw TxR out, you know.
And it's like waves of it, because right now I'm seeing another big push of NNG into Charlie Point. Maybe
and
6
where's TxR
guys.
going? They're going to Charlie Point to meet him.
So NNG really looks like they want to take the 2 external sides, Delta, Charlie, and then kind of focus on this sweep. So they've shifted their tactics a little bit, because remember we started this match, it was like, Charlie, you can have that TxR.
Yeah. Really changing things up now. It's good to see.
But with that, I mean, they're now I'm seeing their Delta guys, NNG's Delta guys, moving into Alpha. They're starting to push on that northern side, and we're moving towards a double cap again, 2-2.
Yeah.
Currently in favor, though, of TxR. TxR has had, I think, the lead almost the entire time of this.
Yeah, I believe so. Big push from TxR. South coming from C to B. They're at B right now, pushing a little north, going to A.
Yeah, I mean, looks like TxR is sticking to that tactic of let's get Charlie, move to Bravo, move to Alpha.
Move to Alpha, yep. And they're not going in a, you know, designated path every single line. They're not crossing Death Bridge. There's no blood all over that thing of TR.
They have
their
light
TxR
assaults.
really, yeah. Moving
Light
from the
assaults
bottom.
pushing on the outside on the buildings. They have people on the bottom. I
They
mean,
got a
they're
medic downstairs picking up his heavy friend, working, taking his time, carefully, making his way across. Getting A point. Look, they got A point.
they're
slow and
using
steady,
as much of the entry points as possible. We're seeing
Yeah.
from TxR. I mean, there's a lot on the underneath, and they seem to be content with jumping off and going up below. And that's something we didn't really see in match one. Match one seemed to be fought on the top
That's
level.
true. That's true. Yeah, definitely.
So I'd say we're about, back to a third in favor of Total Recoil. Total Recoil currently has Alpha and Bravo point. Looks like Charlie is flipping to NNG. NNG
Yep.
has a strong hold of Delta currently.
So
And-
hold on. C point. Is there just one Vanu there?
Yes.
One Vanu took out a light assault, medic something, TR dude, and cap point. Look at that, just such a good distraction. Who'd that bring? One,
But
two TR.
The problem with having the one person is it doesn't hold for very long.
It's not solid. It's not solid. Yep, but look, it brought back defenders. So hopefully NNG can take advantage of that and then push to the top, get A point.
They are pushing.
Which is happening. Get B point. See if they're able to get those things, flip those, take advantage of that distraction. You know what I mean? And look, let's see. Come on, go Vanu B point. There we go. It looks like they just used that to their advantage. That distraction, bring those two guys down because two guys, 12v12, 11v11. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You got the numbers advantage then. If one of your guys can distract two of theirs, three of theirs, because one of them was dead. Some nice numbers for you.
What I'm seeing though, from when NNG pushes up, they're pushing up pretty well, and they're grabbing three points, maybe even 4 points. We're down to 5 minutes left in this match. I mean, these 20-minute rounds are quick. They're quick and they go through. I mean, this is a very strongly contested, but what NNG's doing when they push up that far with all their guys, they're leaving the backside open. And that's TxR's trickling and kind of capping them.
Yeah, they got D point. I mean, three of their TxR guys been taking
5
point.
minutes
They
left
push
in
out.
this match. Currently, TxR Total Recoil has a slight advantage. I'd say 25% capture in their favor if we get to the 20-minute point when match ends, and there's no all-right victor of capturing the base. We look at that progress bar. So
Yep,
keep
if
an
there's
eye
no
on
outright
that. That
winner.
is extremely important right now for NNG with 5 minutes left to get the points, get all of as many
They can
points
do
as
it.
possible,
Look at it right
and
now.
trickle
It's
it
going
down.
back. Let's see what happens. This is great.
This is TxR. I mean, they're on their heels a little bit. They just
They
have to
can do
hold
it.
on.
I wonder if TxR is that's getting in their head. Oh snap! They have 3 points. They can do this. I wonder if that's psyching them out a
Potentially,
little bit.
they're fighting
We'll see.
back. It's now 2-2. It's a deadlock. I mean, we're
It could
probably
psych
down
me out, I
to
know.
under 2.5 minutes. Let's get our head official. I'm gonna bring him in so he can give us a counter.
Oh yeah. All right, huge push. TR on B point. TxR is taking that.
All
They're also
TxR
fighting over
has to
D.
do right now is sustain. Sustain. NNG currently, I mean, there's
True.
NNG
You're
doesn't
totally
have
right.
a point. Now they have Delta, but every time they're in flux where they don't have capture, that's TxR
Bad.
favor when we're down
Bad,
to the
yep.
wire here.
Yeah. Because NNG really need to lock this stuff down, whereas TxR can just take 2 points.
Again,
They'll
we're-
be fine.
We're
Like
under
this.
5 minutes, so if we hit the 0 time, that's when we look at the progress bar to see who wins the match and moves on to our final round. We've got to be getting close. Macon, do you have the timer in front of you?
Yeah, we're at 3 minutes exactly right now.
3
3
minutes
Oh
left.
man.
All Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie are in flux. Delta is in favor of Vanu, which is NNG. That's exactly what they need. They need to keep getting progress. Progress. Keep the pressure up. TxR is doing a great job, though, of sticking with their game plan. And
Yep.
just,
Another
Charlie,
big push.
get
Another
Bravo,
big push of
hold
TxR
Alpha.
to Bravo, yeah. Exactly it. And they got a few harassers. The TxR guys got a few harassers on D right now. I see 1 and 2. 2 guys.
Looks like NNG is moving underneath now on the north side. They're trying to grab the Alpha point. It's looking like it's going to be a tough situation here for NNG with 3
more and
points
more
back in
desperate.
favor of Total Recoil. The timer's just going up and up and up, and when we're down to the wire here. TxR, I mean, NNG, much better showing this round than we saw in the last previous weeks.
Well,
They are
wow,
fighting
that was
this
some
to the
good
wire.
stuff. Oh,
2
yeah.
minutes left. Macon just announced 2 minutes left. I'm not sure. The only way I think they can get this back is if they capture all 4.
Maybe. That'd be a good feat.
But TxR
I don't
currently
know.
holds 3.
It's getting close. It's getting close. 2/5 now. Cap time for
Desperation.
TxR.
Desperation moment.
Yeah.
Dig deep.
I mean, NNG, they know they're not gonna let TxR win, but they know they're not gonna probably take the cake either. So they definitely did a good job holding them off as long as they did. Fortunately, we weren't able to get it back. I'm not gonna call it here, but it's getting pretty close. It's looking pretty close.
We're probably getting close to the 1 minute mark.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the point of no return. You know what I mean?
We're about, probably about 40%
Hey,
capture
good fighting about
total
to go
recoil.
on at B point. Here we go.
We've allowed the enemy.
NNG
They're
strafing.
fighting to the wire, though. No one has given up
They
on
are.
this
They
fight.
don't care. They don't care.
It doesn't
every
matter
bit
who
counts.
ends up winning. They're fighting to the end.
Yeah, who cares? We're not gonna take this. We'll still
1
kill
minute.
you.
There it is. 1 minute left on the timer.
Heavy assault throwing C4 into the room. Looks like TxR cleared B.
This is when, I just love the tension in this, because TxR, they've had the lead the whole time, but down to the freaking wire they're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you take a nap, if you say, "Oh, we've got this," you sit back, don't
Yep.
worry, guys, we're coasting. Next thing you know, bam, 4
knows?
points.
Yeah,
4 points
who knows?
against you.
Who knows what can happen, and who knows if your math is correct, and if you really can sit back on your ass
Right.
the rest of the time, and just let the cap timer go down. You know, you never know. So kudos to all of them for keeping fighting.
It is looking,
Good
though, like
play.
Total Recoil will advance against No Nonsense Gamers to face Consortium in the finals. But man, this has been a great fight. We've seen a lot of tactics used here, and this is, I think, an awesome sign of people going and refining what they're doing from week to week.
Definitely. So do you think I was right? Did I call that correctly? Do you think they both did some strategy? Definitely NNG did. Definitely NNG did.
And
That was some
that's
solid
the
stuff
match.
from
The
them.
match has been announced.
Way to go, guys.
TxR Total Recoil
Almost half code.
winning by, not by overall capturing the base, but by about having maybe a 50% capture on the progress. Had to go down to the progress bar as the overall judge there.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
So, a great match there. What did you see? I mean, let's go back to our tactics. Let's talk about the tactics. What made
Okay.
TxR win?
TxR, I think they did what the team that won the first round did as well. Consortium, I believe. They did a good job pushing and not overextending. They pushed from C to B to A, like we were saying the entire time, picking different routes, cutting off different things. They had a few guys harassing D point, 1 or 2 the entire time almost. They didn't do the whole light assault strategy that the other team did to win, but they still did that whole kind of, C, B, A. Let them have D, not uncontested though. Let them have it, but not uncontested, and really lock down that central area until they got pushed back. And that's what I saw a lot from TxR.
And I think NNG, credit to them, they adapted, because last time we saw a lot of big mob moves that were just being outflanked, outmaneuvered by TxR. TxR had a lot more trouble this time around. I mean, they still won the match, but this was not this was definitely a fight to the end.
Oh yeah.
So what we saw there, I think NNG did a great job. They split their forces a lot more and focused on those flanks. The only thing I think that really hurt them was they would over advance. They went for, when instead of holding all 3, they maybe went for all 4, left their
NNG
backside
talking about?
open. Yes, NNG,
Yeah.
and then TxR was able to kind of maneuver back.
Yeah, and even with just 2 or 3 guys, overwhelm whatever defenders they left. So maybe that could possibly be a strategy that they got to try to implement more, leaving more guys to defend. Leaving more guys on the ranch while the guys go out to the battle, or whatever. I don't know, the city or a town or whatever. You got to keep a few guys back at the point that you're defending.
But
to make
only
sure that it
they,
stays in your favor.
only they will really know what worked and what didn't.
Exactly,
We're just
exactly what
guessing
happened.
on tactics. We're guessing on everything. I'm just happy they
Hope
came
I'm right,
out and fought
but
hard. This was a great
That's
fight.
great. Yeah,
Great
really
fight.
great. Thanks NNG. Thanks TxR. Hope to see you guys in the future.
So we have match 2 complete with Total Recoil. Total Recoil being out of Connery, beating No Nonsense Gamers out of Matherson. Total Recoil moving on to face the match 1 winner, Consortium out of Miller. Consortium will now be playing on their NC tunes because that's their main.
Cool
Which,
stuff.
I don't know, that might put them at a disadvantage because of the preseason with.
That's true. Let's see if they can
Oh,
skill.
Sorry.
Out suppress. Pull all their heavy assaults with suppressors and just win the match
Sorry.
with that.
So we're going to take a quick break. Please stand by while our organizers set up the final match for preseason week 2. We'll be right back with Consortium versus Total Recoil.
Have fun. Enjoy the tunes, guys.